When I was a chaplain at Brigham and Women's Hospital, Harvard Medical School's hospitals in Boston, I was visiting non-Muslims as well. Probably 80% of my patients were non-Muslims. So for some of them, because, I would say that I'm a Muslim chaplain. But if they would like to see a Catholic chaplain, then I'll make a referral, or see a Protestant chaplain. And sometimes they would say, okay, well, I'm a Muslim, can I, if you wish, please pray for me. Then I will do something common prayer, which is, in English, asking peace, to be healthy and so on. And even some of them, they ask to recite the Arabic one, which I recited the Qur'an. And they love to listen. They love to listen. Once I was on call, around that time, I received a message. There's a patient here, and he's crying. So I went, I talked to a nurse. Nurse said that everything is okay. His surgery went well. He's going to be discharged tomorrow. But he's crying. We could not stop. So I went to the room. I introduced myself. I talked to him. He said, look, my father passed away 2 years ago. One of my close friends passed away 6 months ago. But I said, you are okay. Surgery went well. You are going to be discharged tomorrow. So, and he still kept continue, kind of like weeping. I said, how about if we have a short prayer? I did in English first. Then I said, well, I'm Muslim. Would you like me to also recite in Arabic? He said, yes, please. So I recited Fatiha, Alif Lam Mim, the first couple of verses of Surah Al-Baqarah, Ikhlas, Falaq, Nas, and so on. He slept. Was all set. And in the morning he woke up and said that last night was my best night in my lifetime. So once when I was teaching at Monash, one of the students later sent me an email when I left the Monash. I went, started teaching at Charleston University. He said that I am listening to the Quran. I feel peace. Even recently, we are a group of supervisors that we meet monthly, clinical pastor supervisors. And it was my turn to do reflection. Well, I said, I'll recite Fatiha for you, chapter of opening. And I recited chapter of opening, Fatiha, then the translation, and also a couple of words from Rumi's. And one of them, who was a Christian converted to Hinduism, she was so impressed with the recitation of the Quran. And so I sent her the link that if you would like to, for the relaxation purpose, you can listen to the Quran. So I came across, because particularly after 9/11, I was invited to in many places in Boston, to give a short talk. But I would recite a couple of verses of the Quran. Of course, there was a Jewish speaker, Christian speaker, or Orthodox speaker from different denomination of Christianity or Buddhist. But the people would come to me, look, we love your recitation. Although I know my voice is not good, not the quality of my voice I know. But whatever Allah gives, I appreciate. But there are some brothers who has a beautiful voice with the recitation of the Quran. So if you look at the history, the Western scholars say that, why Islam was spread so quickly. Militarily was impossible. There were two superpowers, Persian and Byzantine. It's like today, America or China or America or Russia. Muslims were just a tribal society at that time, not strong. But in 30 years, we see how Islam was spread out so quickly in almost 3 or 4 different continents. You know why? The Western scholar says, recitation of the Quran, one reason. Because when the Sahaba, or those who saw Sahaba, when they recite the Quran, they wept. And they made people to weep. Their heart softened. Our imams, we think that if I talk 1 hour for the Jama'ah, everything will be educated. I said, I wish you talk 5 minutes, but read the Quran during the fast 10 minutes. The recitation of Quran is more powerful than yours, without doubt. I love this time when we listen Isha prayer, isn't it? MashaAllah, a beautiful recitation. And he, recited in a longer way. I said, Alhamdulillah. To be honest, my eyes wept. I love that recitation. So there's no, powerful word more than the Quran. I think there are some YouTube videos on YouTube, when they listen to the Quran, how it's impacting non-Muslims as well. That's something that I think Muslims, we need a good reciters to do purely for sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not for the fame, not for making money, but purely for sake of Allah.